So hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we will be discussing about Gandhiji. I hope you all are aware that Gandhiji is very important as far as modern Indian history is concerned. And we have seen a lot of questions related with Gandhiji and Gandhiji's Satyagraha and his movement, etc. So we will be discussing today about Gandhiji in detail, uh, about when he went to South Africa, when he was born, when he was assassinated, when he came back, what was his first Satyagraha in India. And these are the things related with Gandhiji's life, which we are going to discuss because you will find a lot of questions being asked, even maybe even in the interview also they can ask something about Gandhiji. So let us begin with today's class. Okay. I think I'm audible, visible. The slides are visible. Yes. Okay, fine. So let us begin. Okay, before moving on, there was a news 2 days back which I want to just highlight so that you should be knowing it, that we are having a new Chief Justice of India. His name is Justice B.R. Gawai. So this can be asked in the exam. Why this is important? Because see, what happened was he is actually the second Dalit Chief Justice of India. So who was the first one? So the first Dalit Chief Justice of India was Justice K.G. Balakrishnan. This you should be knowing. And another important fact associated with him is that he is actually the first from Buddhist religion to become the Chief Justice of India. And that is why it becomes very important. And he has actually become the 52nd CJI. Chief Justice of India is nothing but the captain of Indian judiciary, right? It means like the Chief Justice of India is actually the Chief Justice of Supreme Court. So he's the captain of the Indian judiciary. I hope you are aware of this. Now, let us begin with Gandhiji, since today's class is all about Gandhiji. So basically, let's begin with his life. So you have to tell me if you know the answer, please answer it, because I think some of the questions are very easy. Initial few questions would be easy enough that you all should be answering it. I'm sure you must have studied in your school days about Gandhiji. So when was Gandhiji born? 2nd October 1869, 2nd October 1893, 30th January 1871, none of the above. Please tell me, what is the right answer? So the right answer is Gandhiji was born on, right answer is A, 2nd October 1869. Now, why I'm highlighting this? Because if you add 150 years, it will become 2nd October 2024. 2019, sorry. Now, why is 2nd October 2019 so important? Can anyone tell me? If you can tell me, I'll be very happy to know this. October 2019, this was the target for a very famous scheme of Government of India called as Swachh Bharat Mission. Swachh Bharat. I think it's CH दो बार लिखते हैं ना. Swachh Bharat Mission. And under this target, the entire India was supposed to achieve ODF, open defecation free. Okay, so basically, and that target was achieved. That is why also you should be doing. Okay, so these are the facts you should be doing about it. So A is the right answer. 2nd October 1869 is the right answer. Let's move on to the next one. Now the next question is, since we are talking about Gandhiji and his birth, Gandhiji was born in which city? Your options are Mundra, Porbandar, New Delhi, Ahmedabad. What is the right answer? Gandhiji was born in the city of, so I hope you are aware he was from Gujarat in Porbandar. So B is the right answer to this question. That is what you should be knowing. Okay. So this is the state of Gujarat. And this is Porbandar. Okay. So this is the place where Gandhiji was born on 2nd October 1869. Okay. Yes. Let us move on. Yes, 2nd October 1869, Porbandar in Kathiawar. Actually, ये जो peninsula है ना, you should know it from geography point of view also. This region, which I am highlighting in red, this is called as Kathiawar Peninsula. Peninsula is the land which is surrounded by water from three sides, right? Kathiawar Peninsula, or what we call it as Saurashtra Peninsula. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next one. Since we are talking about Gandhiji's life, please tell me, Gandhiji was assassinated on which date? 30th January 1948, 15 January 1951, 30th December 1948, 16th February 1949. What is the right answer? So if you know the answer, please write in the comment. The right answer is option A, 30th January 1948 is the right answer to this question. Okay, so A is the right answer. We got independence on 15th August 1947, and few months later, actually, he was assassinated in Delhi. So A is the right answer to this question. तो आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पर है ना 30th January 1948 New Delhi है ना Rajghat. That is what you should be knowing. Let's move on to the next one. Who gave the title Mahatma to Gandhiji? Subhash Chandra Bose, Rabindranath Tagore, Sardar Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru. What is the right answer? महात्मा टाइटल किसने दिया था गांधी जी को? The right answer is option B, रविंद्रनाथ ठाकुर. देखो इनका जो नाम था वो रविंद्रनाथ ठाकुर था ओरिजिनली, बट ब्रिटिश did not pronounce it properly, तो लोगों ने टैगोर कर दिया. But originally his name was Rabindranath Tagore. Okay. But now he is famous with the name Tagore, so just remember it. B is the right answer. So you can see it here, and I can show you from the New Indian Express article. So Gandhiji called Rabindranath Tagore ji as Gurudev, and in return, Rabindranath Tagore called Gandhiji as Mahatma. That is what you should know in 1950. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Gandhiji moved to South Africa in the year. This is very important because now we'll be discussing a little bit about Gandhiji's movement to South Africa. So I hope you are aware, Gandhiji by profession was a lawyer. He had studied the subject of law, and he had gone to South Africa for his client, actually, for some of his legal work in his professional life. And he actually stayed for many years there, although he did not have original intention to stay for that much long. But of course, because of the circumstances, he stayed there. So basically, he went to South Africa in the year 1893. So he was born in 1869. So somewhere you can say 23 or 24 years if you add, at a very young age of 23 or 24, he went in 1893 to South Africa. So B is the right answer to this question. ठीक है? तो आप देख सकते हो है ना? He had gone to South Africa in the year 1893, and why? To represent an Indian merchant in a lawsuit, है ना? So that is what you should know, है ना? And he had studied from London and etc. ये सब detail नहीं जाना, but these things you should know. The next is Gandhiji came back from South Africa in the year when? 1909, 1950, 1917, 1918. What is the right answer to this question? Gandhiji came back from South Africa in the year when? So I've told you he went to South Africa in 1893 and almost around 21 to 22 years. So he came back in 1915. Okay. So B is the right answer to this question. And actually it's very famous. The date is 9th January 1915. And why I'm explicitly talking about 9th January? Because this day is celebrated in India today also. What is this day called? Please tell me. देखो यहाँ पर गुजरात है ना. This is South Africa. So Gandhiji had gone to South Africa in 1893, came back on 9th January 1950. What is 9th January so famous for? 9th January क्या चीज के लिए famous है? So 9th January is actually famous for प्रवासीय भारतीय दिवस. प्रवासीय भारतीय दिवस being celebrated by External Affairs Ministry. प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस, or what we call it as non-resident Indian Day. So B is the right answer. And 9th January celebrated as Pravasi Bharati Divas or non-resident Indian Day. This is celebrated every year by Ministry of External Affairs or Foreign Ministry. This year we had celebrated it in Odisha, Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar, Odisha, mein we celebrated this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. What is the name of the ashram established by Gandhiji in South Africa? So Gandhiji had established two prominent ashrams in South Africa. One is called as Phoenix Settlement, another is Tolstoy Farm. Okay. So these are the two very prominent ashrams established by South Africa, by Gandhiji in South Africa. Because I hope you are aware, Gandhiji tried tested the idea of Satyagraha even in South Africa. He fought against racial discrimination against by white, which were done against the South Africans or the black or the colored people. So he had actually used the weapon of Satyagraha there also. And Satyagraha actually has two prominent weapons. One is called as truth and non-violence. आपने सुना होगा ये term. The two tools or weapon, whatever you can say, is truth and non-violence are the two tools or two aspects of Satyagraha that the Gandhiji highlighted. Fine. So Phoenix Settlement and Tolstoy Farm were ashrams in South Africa established by Gandhiji. है ना? आप चाहो तो पढ़ सकते हो if you can read. He's actually inspired by Leo Tolstoy, book Kingdom of God Within You. ठीक है, बहुत famous है. And Gandhiji is inspired by the same ideology, etc. That is why he had named Tolstoy Farm in South Africa. Now, the next question is, what is the name of the ashram established by Gandhiji in India? Because when he came back, he established a very famous ashram. And this ashram is also famous because Gandhiji started his Dandi March. So when I will discuss civil disobedience movement, I will discuss about this. He started Dandi March from here. Okay. So that is also very famous. I'm sure you must have heard this. Sabarmati Ashram. So that is what you should be knowing. Okay. So let me show. Sabarmati Ashram is located in Sabarmati, suburb of Ahmedabad, Gujarat. And this is very famous actually. So let me show. This is the state of Gujarat. Here you will find Ahmedabad. And in Ahmedabad, you will find Sabarmati Ashram. In fact, there is a river also, Sabarmati River goes through this. Okay, ये पे Sabarmati Ashram है. यहाँ से एक river भी जाती, very famous, called as Sabarmati River. Okay. And actually, when we'll discuss in the upcoming classes, whenever we'll discuss civil disobedience movement, I'll discuss that Gandhiji walked from Sabarmati like that to Dandi. Somewhere here is Dandi. Okay. That is called as Dandi March, very famous, which actually is considered as the beginning of what we call it as civil disobedience movement. Okay. So just have an idea. We will discuss it in further classes. Just remember it, every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. I discuss this class. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Name the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi. ऑटोबायोग्राफी को मेमोयर भी लिखते हैं ना, आत्मकथा. So what is the answer? Songs from prison, My Life is My Message, Truth is God, My Experiment with Truth. What is the right answer to this question? If you know it, I mean, this is a very easy question, I would say, and you should be answering it. Autobiography of, actually all four are written by Gandhiji. Okay. Songs from Prison, My Life is My Message, Truth is God is also written by Gandhiji. But here the answer is autobiography is actually My Experiment with Truth. So D is the right answer to this question. ठीक है, मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ कुछ prominent books गांधी जी की, कभी पूछा जाता है एग्जाम में. Because if you have seen books and authors being asked in the exam, so they ask these types of things. There's a story of My Experiment with Truth, very important. Then Hind Swaraj, very important. The words of Gandhi, you know, constructive program. ठीक है, सत्याग्रह इन साउथ अफ्रीका, सर्वोदया गांधी जी की आइडियोलॉजी थी, सर्वोदया, अंत्योदया, these are the ideologies of Gandhi ji. And ethical religion, economic thought of Gandhi ji. ठीक है, My Life is My Message, problem of education, the Bhagavad Gita according to Gandhi ji. ठीक है, so these are the prominent ones. Then Songs from Prison, this is very famous one. ठीक है, then India of My Dreams. Okay, so these are the prominent books. The Green Pamphlet, ठीक है, Village Swaraj या Village Republic करके एक बुक थी. These are the famous. Key to Health, ठीक है. These are famous books of Gandhiji. Truth is God is also a very famous book of Gandhiji. एक ईयर देख के नहीं आप सोचिए कि अभी कैसे छपा है. So these are being reprinted, but these are the original regarding Gandhiji, है ना. The Law and the Lawyers, ठीक है. Conquest of Self, है ना. Essence of Hinduism. Gokhale, my political guru. This is important because कभी-कभी ये पूछा जाता है कि who was the political guru of actually Gandhiji? So the answer is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. याद रखिएगा. Gokhale. ठीक है, and that is why he has written this. ठीक है. So all men are brothers, Hind Swaraj. So these are prominent books of Gandhiji. Then let me show. Towards New Education, नई तालीम. He talked about that. है ना. That is what you should be knowing. Pathway to God. So now let's move on to the questions. After coming back from from South Africa, Gandhiji attended 1916 Congress session at Gaya, Lucknow, Bombay, Madras. What is the right answer? Anyone? I hope you are aware. So Gandhiji came back from South Africa on 9th January 1915. For the next 1 year, Gandhiji traveled entire India. Okay, he traveled entire India, and in 1916 he actually reached Lucknow, where actually he traveled entire India just to know the problems of the society, you know, because for the past 22 years he was in South Africa. So how can he get to know about what are the problems in India? You know? So what he did was he came back and he moved the entire India just to meet the people, so that he should know what are their grievances, what are the problems the Indians are facing against British Raj, because of British Raj and all. So in 1916, he reached Lucknow, because Lucknow where there was Congress session was happening, and the president of Indian National Congress was in Lucknow session was A.C. Majumdar. Okay, just remember it. Okay. So what happens is, so Lucknow Pact we कहते हैं, we are not going in that detail. So yes, let me show the map. This is the state of UP today, है ना. यहाँ पे आपको लखनऊ मिलेगा. Earlier Uttar Pradesh was called as United Province. ठीक है. Now what happened was, after that Gandhiji in the next year decided to go for the first Satyagraha. You have to tell me, name the place where Gandhiji did his first Satyagraha. Ahmedabad, Champaran, Kheda, Lucknow. What is the right answer? So he did his first Satyagraha in Champaran in 1917. This is very, very, very important. These are asked in many exams. Okay. Gandhiji did his first Satyagraha in Champaran in 1917. Okay. For indigo planters. Or indigo farmers. So he fought against the very idea of Teen Kathiya system. Okay, what is that? Let me explain. There go. First of all, let me tell you. So when in 1916 Gandhiji reached Lucknow, okay, he met a lot of people. Okay, and this is the border of Bihar and UP. Now, let me show. So this is actually Bihar. Okay, this is Bihar. This is Uttar Pradesh. This one is UP. And this region is called as Champaran district. Now it is broken into two districts, East and West Champaran. But just for understanding purpose, I'm saying this is Champaran district. Okay. So Gandhiji was invited by Rajkumar Shukla. I'm sure I must have. So Rajkumar Shukla was the person who actually was also present in Lucknow, okay, in the Congress session. And he convinced Gandhiji to please come to Champaran and listen to the problems of indigo farmers in Champaran. So what was the problem in Champaran? So next year in 1917, Gandhiji did the Champaran Satyagraha. So what was the problem? So the problem was what we call it as Teen Kathiya system. What is Teen Kathiya system? So let me explain. There go. Teen Kathiya system means, let's say this is a land of 20 plot. I'm just saying there are different measurement being done in different states. In some states there are terms used, katha, ekar. So there are different. Just understand there is one plot. If you have one plot, two plot like that. If you have total 20 plot of land, then you are forced to actually grow indigo in 3 plots. This is called as 3 by 20, right? This is called as Teen Kathiya system. Now the question is why is British forcing? That is my choice first. If I'm a farmer, that's so basically they wanted to sell indigo because indigo is used for cleaning clothes, etc. But the problem was the farmers were not getting remunerative prices. The farmers were actually not getting good prices because by that time, there are a lot of German dyes and many other things got invented, and because of which they were not being paid proper money. So they believe that indigo plantation is actually useless, and that's why we should switch to some other. But there was this rule, and that is why when Gandhiji went there, he protested against British rule, etc. He protested that yes, this Teen Kathiya system needs to be abolished and all. Finally, Gandhiji was successful along with his friends, along with all his followers, and British had to cancel this Teen Kathiya system. Okay, so this is the first Satyagraha of Gandhiji in India called as Champaran Satyagraha 1970. Very, very important. B is the right answer to this question. Okay, that is what you should know. Yes, the British agreed to actually to some of the remarks. Now the next is name the place where Gandhiji did his second Satyagraha. So first was in Champaran 1970. Second Satyagraha कहाँ हुआ था गांधी जी का? अहमदाबाद, दिल्ली, खेदा, लखनऊ. Please tell me. The right answer is the second Satyagraha happened in actually Ahmedabad, 1918. What we call it as Ahmedabad mill worker strike. So Ahmedabad is in Gujarat. So the next year, 1917 में चंपारण सत्याग्रह के बाद next year here it is Ahmedabad in Gujarat. I've just shown you. So what happened in 1918? See, basically what happened was 1914 to 18 we had seen First World War. So after World War, the prices were very high. Inflation was very high. So the workers were demanding 35% increase in salary. Inflation, the prices have become so high. You should pay us better amount and all. So finally, basically what happened was that was mill. You understand mill worker, hai na? So Gandhiji got to know, and Gandhiji went there, supported their cause, and finally the British agreed for that. This is called as the Ahmedabad mill worker strike. That is what you should be knowing. Now let's talk about the third one. The third one also happened in actually Gujarat. Name the place where Gandhiji did his third Satyagraha. Indore, Delhi, Kheda, Lucknow. What is the right answer? The right answer is Kheda. 1918 is the right answer to this question. Okay, C is the right answer. Kheda is also a place in Gujarat, just south to Ahmedabad. Okay, so C is the right answer. And now what was the reason? Actually, क्या हुआ था कि I hope you are aware that the British policy were quite oppressive. They used to extract huge amount of land revenue from farmers. Now, what happened was that the crop failure happened. Actually, the crop was not successful, and still British were demanding land revenue. So the farmers were protesting that we have not actually grown anything, and you are asking for actually land revenue or a tax. Then it is of course oppression. So zulm ho gaya ek tarah ka. So that is why the peasants were protesting, and Gandhiji got to know. He went there, he supported the cause, and British had to accept it. So 1918. So there was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel also there, Gandhiji and other people were there in this also Kheda Satyagraha 1918. Okay. So that is what you should know. This is the place in Gujarat, Kheda. So I hope now you remember. Now it is crystal clear. Now let us talk about next question. Which of the following was Gandhiji's first All India Satyagraha? All India means देखो Champaran Satyagraha was limited to Champaran. Ahmedabad Satyagraha limited to that mill worker strike. Kheda Satyagraha was in Kheda district. What was the first Gandhiji's first All India Satyagraha? Means a Satyagraha which actually it spread to the almost entire India, not in one city or two city. What is the answer? देखो ये तो होगा नहीं. I've just told you. First All India Satyagraha of Gandhiji was. What is the right answer? The right answer is Rowlatt Satyagraha 1919. Okay. So most likely we will schedule a class next Saturday at 8:30 p.m. where we'll be discussing about Rowlatt Satyagraha, and we'll be discussing about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, etc. Okay. So you have to be crystal clear that if somebody is asking first Satyagraha of Gandhiji, then the answer would be Champaran in Bihar. Dekho, I'm explaining it. Champaran Satyagraha 1917. So after coming back from South Africa, I'm saying second Satyagraha, है ना? Ahmedabad mill worker strike 1918. ये चंपारण वाले इंडिगो वर्कर से रिलेटेड है ना. थर्ड सत्याग्रह was in Kheda in 1918. ठीक है. Now, if somebody is asking first All India Satyagraha, then Rowlatt Satyagraha 1919. What is Rowlatt Satyagraha? We will discuss it in next Saturday, 8:30 p.m. class, when we'll be discussing about Jallianwala Bagh massacre and Rowlatt Satyagraha there. The Rowlatt Act was passed actually, and that Rowlatt Act was actually very considered as repressive or oppressive in nature, where a person can be arrested without trial for 2 years. So this concept was brought by British so as to suppress the national movements against British. That was the thing you should be knowing. So that is called Anarchical Revolutionary Crimes Act, also known as the Rowlatt Act. Okay, we'll discuss it in the next class. So this is all about today's class. If you have any question, you can ask. Please subscribe to our channel. Press the like button, share this video. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.